Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So this video will proceed to the second topic of chapter 15 ecology. Okay. So this video will proceed to the type of biome. So biome, if you see the already know that biome is one level of the ecology, one type of level of ecology. So in this video, we will explain more detail about the terrestrial biome. So in our syllabus, we will not touch the aquatic biome. We will only touch the terrestrial biome. Terrestrial biome is terrestrial means that it is landing lah. Tanah punya. It will involve in the landing one, not involved in water one. Aquatic is like a Pacific Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Africa Ocean, like that. That is for aquatic biome. But for terrestrial, that one we don't learn. But in our syllabus, we learn terrestrial biome. Okay, so there are many types of terrestrial biome in our world. Okay, so in our world, so I think tropical forest and desert are very famous lah. Because tropical forest is in Malaysia. Our Malaysia biome is considered as tropical forest. Desert, I think you all already know. A desert is the tempat yang semua pasir punya, tak ada orang tinggal punya, ada orang tinggal punya kerana temperature dia sangat panas kan, desert. And another one, maybe you don't heard it before. Another one is tropical grassland, temperate evergreen woodland, temperate grassland, coniferous forest, temperate deciduous forest, and tundra. So maybe this except these two, all of these you never heard it before, but never mind. This video will explain lah one by one. So if this you see this the whole world map, so equator is a middle line of the world lah. Involve Malaysia. Malaysia is in the equator, right? Equator Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and also some of the country of Africa and Brazil also in the equator. And another one is 30-degree north and 30-degree latitude south. So these two is another type of biome you will see later. Okay, see later. So if you see that 30-degree north and 30-degree south, the desert will distributed at there. While what you see the skin color one, the skin color one is a desert. Okay, so later I will explain one by one about this kind of this biome. Okay, the first one we will proceed is tropical forest. This one is very famous because we are very familiar with it because we are in Malaysia, right? So Malaysia is under tropical forest. So the distribution normally is at the equatorial and sub-equatorial regions. So in Malaysia is equatorial and sub-equatorial region, right? So in the middle line of the world. So if you see the middle line of the world, not only Malaysia, even India, some of the country of Africa and also Brazil. Brazil is under the equator. It is under equator. So all of these were considered as tropical forest. Okay. So the precipitation is about 200 to 400 cm per year. So this precipitation means the rate of raining. Hujan. Hujan dia. Hujannya dalam tropical forest normally is 200 cm to 400 cm per year. So it is very high. It is very high. So if you live in Malaysia, normally got raining, right? So normally, especially in the year end, like now, November, December, or even the January also, the raining is very high. So the precipitation of tropical forest is very high compared to other type of biome. And then the temperature is about 25 to 29 degrees Celsius is the optimum temperature I can say for human and even or many living organism. Okay, so the plants is competition of light is intended and vertical layers means that if you see the tropical forest that you have go to the Taman Negara or even go to the Sabah Sarawak, if you had see the forest at there, you can see that the forest is very compact with plants. Boleh nampak lah, dia pokok dia memang sangat tinggi dan juga bawah-bawahnya sangat-sangat banyak plant dia, and the density is very high, is very compact. So the competition of light is very high because all of the plant need to compact the light. Especially at the lower one. So that is why it is vertical layer, because all of the plant need to go to trap the sunlight at the bottom. They have to go to trap the sunlight. If not, they will die. Because plant need sunlight to carry out photosynthesis. If no sunlight, it will cannot carry out photosynthesis already. So the layer in rainforest are canopy trees, sub-canopy tree, layer of shrub and herbs. Layer in dry forest sea is favored. And then the broadleaf evergreen trees are dominant in rainforest. So normally, if you see the tropical rainforest normally is green in color lah. And leaf drop during dry season in dry forest. And for the animals, so the tropical forest will have the largest biodiversity in the world. In the tropical forest, there are many kind of amphibian, birds, reptiles, mammals, and arthropoda can find it within the tropical forest. So tropical forest has the largest biodiversity. There are many type of animal and organism within life inside there. Compared to other type of biome. So normally, if the scientists the ecology and biodiversity scientists, they want to make a research about the animal, they will come to this forest to make a research. Okay, next we'll proceed to desert. Desert, I don't need to explain lah. Not say don't need to explain. The gambar dia macam ni lah. Very empty one. You see only the sand around at there, and there are no trees at all. Got large tree, no tree at all, and even animal you cannot see it. There are only one car, the small car here. No animal, no house, no tree, and only the sand, the white color, not white color, the skin color sand here. So the distribution is about the 30-degree north and south latitude. So this one I give you see what these spaces, 30-degree north and 30-degree south, normally at here. So if you see that this one is America, Las Vegas, Las Vegas, for the America actually is the desert city, but it already become a city lah. And then another one is this one, this area is Arabic area lah. Arabic area, and then this one is Nepal and China, and another one 30 degrees south. This one is Australia, and this one is Africa, and another one, this one some part of Brazil and Chile. This is the geographical distribution around the world. Okay, so the precipitation, the rate of raining is very low lah, less than 30 cm per year. So desert is very dry and no water spaces because the precipitation is very low. Normally it will only raining few days only, but if rain, it will continue several days. If desert rain, it will continue several days, but if not rain, it will not rain at all lah. And the temperature during day is very high lah, more than 50 degrees Celsius, right? But during night, it is very cold until negative 30 degrees Celsius. So you will see that the differences temperature between day and night is very broad. It's very high. So this kind of places is not suitable for human to survive at all. So no human want to survive at this kind of places. No human want. So if you see that even not human, plant and animal also not want to survive at this kind of places also. So the plants inside the desert is low and widely scattered vegetation, means that the number of plant is very low lah, and you will see that the distribution of plant is very wide to each other. If you see that the distance between this and this, if you see this picture, maybe it is very clear, but if you see the car at here, it is very small. So actually the distance between this plant and this plant is very far. It is very far. Or if you don't see, if you see this plant, so if this plant and this plant is also very far, and also this plant this plant and another plant at here. So the distribution of the plant is very far away from each other. And then the plant's leaves are succulent lah, and deeply rooted, sharp and herb. So the root for this the plant is very deep because they have to take the water from the root, from the uh, bottom bottom part. Okay, the plant adaptation are tolerance of heat, so the plants must have the tolerance to the heat, and then desiccation water. They have to store many of water and reduce the leaf surface area. So the plants at the sand normally their leaf is very in smaller size surface area. They will not like the tropical forest leaf. It is very bigger in size. The normally the plant in the desert, the leaf is very small one. So the physical defense for the plant is spines, and chemical defense is toxin. And the plant will carry out photosynthesis in CMM mechanism. If you already forget CAM mechanism, you have to revise back up to your semester 1 chapter 6 photosynthesis. Okay. For animals, it is uh non-octurnal. Non-octurnal means that if you see that, and what animal let me check non-octurnal means that the animal is will walk at night. Dia macam macam animal dia macam terbalik dengan human lah. Human is work at day and then sleep at night. But this kind of animal is work at night but sleep at day. Terbalik, normally terbalik lah. And they will obtain the high water by breaking down carbohydrate in seed. And then normally the example of animal at there is snake, lizard, and beetle, scorpion, and migratory. So only this kind of animal can survive at there lah. So normally mostly animal cannot survive at there. Mostly lah. So this is all about the desert. Okay, next is tropical grassland. Okay, tropical grassland is normally distributed in equatorial and sub-equatorial regions. So it's same as tropical rainforest, but normally it will distributed at Africa region. Africa region one. The lion, if you see the lion is at survive at here. So if you see that why is called as tropical grassland, so not called as forest because there are the trees at there is very little only grass at all. The grass is very tall but no trees. The tree is very little. It's very little. So the precipitation for this forest is also very little compared to rainforest, 30 cm to 50 cm per year only. But the temperature is same as the tropical rainforest. But although it is same, but since the tree of this area is very little, so normally it's the surface temperature will higher than the tropical forest because tropical forest has many taller trees. So the taller tree already trap the sunlight. So the surface temperature of the tropical rainforest is much lower than the tropical grassland because there is no trees at all, no shady region. So normally the surface temperature is very high, but the temperature, the real temperature actually is same as the tropical rainforest. So the plants at there is normally it has thorny and small leaves, and then it is fire adapted and tolerance of drought because since it is the plants, all of the plants is under the sunlight, under trap of sunlight. So all of the plant will get the sunlight. So but the sunlight, if the sunlight is very high, temperature is very high, it will burn also. So the plant of this the plant leaves need to survive at there, they must have the fire adapted and tolerance of drought. And then the grass made up of most of the ground cover and grass grow rapidly in response to that. Okay, so the animals animals what there normally is large plant intake animal. So normally the animal at there is herbivore. Uh, herbivore like like giraffe, uh, deer, and also like the buffalo and cow. Mostly herbivore will live at there. So, but also have predator like lion and hyena. And then the nominal herbivores are the insects. Okay, so this is all about the tropical grassland. Okay, next we will proceed to temperate evergreen woodlands. It will see like this. Maybe if you see like this, maybe macam Eropah je, macam America. If you see the movie, American movie, you will see this kind of forest, right? So it is actually distributed normally in North America, Spain, Chile, Southern of France, and South Africa. And then the precipitation is around 30 to 50 cm per year. And then the temperature, though normally the because since they are in America, in the Europe countries, so there are winter and summer. So W is considered as winter, so the winter normally is 10 to 12 degrees Celsius, but the summer will until 30 degrees Celsius, but the maximum of the temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. So actually it's very high. Okay, so the plants within these biome is shrubs and but small trees, and then the plant diversity is very high. And then the leaves are evergreen. You see, the leaf is evergreen, and then they have to tolerance to drop, reduce the water loss. Huh. And then adaptation to fire also, and then the root is fire resistant, and then use nutrient to release by fire. Fire. So if you see that the tree at here, the stem of the tree actually is very uh kurus lah. It is very nippies. It is very thin compared to the rainforest. Rainforest because they have to reduce water loss. Because the precipitation around this forest is very low, or not high, not too high, 30 to 50 cm only. Not very high. So they have to tolerance to drop to reduce water loss. And then the animals living at there will be like the bozer, so example like deer and goat, and then the high diversity on small animal like amphibian, birds, and insect. Okay, next we will go to the temperate grassland. Temperate grassland. Grassland. So normally it is distributed to South Africa, Argentina, Uruguay, Russia, and central north of America. It will distributed at there. And then the precipitation is about 30 to 100 cm per day per year. So it's much higher than the temperate evergreen woodlands lah. Ha. And the temperature normally in winter will become -10, but the summer will become 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the plants normally is grass lah. Normally because if you see the grassland mean the normally the the plant of the distribution normally is grass lah. There were no tree. The trees are very minimum, and then the height of grass between few cm to 2 meters. So, but the grass in that area is very high. Can be very high until 2 meter, even higher than the human also. And then the adaptation of survive periodic protected drought and fire. But also they have to adapt to drought and fire because even though the precipitation is very high, but since they are trapped by all of the sunlight, so the temperature maybe the surface temperature maybe also will increase also. So the plants have to adapt to the drought and fire. And then the animals normally is larger grazer like bison and wild horse, and wide variety burrowing like prairie dog. Ah, okay. Next is about coniferous forest. This forest, I think you see the movie also, you will see it, especially in America. Of course, Northern America movie. You will see the American movie, you will see the environment, the forest like this. This is called as coniferous forest. If you coniferous, if you still remember your chapter 1, chapter 40 biodiversity, one of the phylum Coniferophyta, right? I don't know you still remember or not. Coniferophyta, I don't know, but if you still remember, this lah. Because why it called coniferous? Because all of the trees at there is coniferous. And then the precipitation of these forests is about 30 to 70 cm per year. And then the temperature is about, if winter, it can be very cold until negative 50 degrees Celsius. But the summer, the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius only. So because why the summer the temperature is ever low? Because the altitude is very already face to the north, because it is distributed in the northern America, so the temperature is not very high as the equatorial region. Okay, for the plants, so plants, actually you already learned coniferous, so corn bearing trees, so like such as pine, spruce, fir, and hemlock. And then the conical shape of conifers prevent too much snow accumulate on the branch. So this kind of plant, why they have to look like that, the shape of plant like of leaf like that, because this area actually winter got snow. It will have a snow, snow, snow. So the shape of the plant is conical. So it is to prevent the leaf not accumulate the snow. Because if the leaf accumulate the snow, the tree will fall down. Because the snow is very, actually is very uh berat, sangat berat punya snow. If the snow is accumulated to other together, it is very berat punya. Ha, it is very heavy. It is very heavy, and it will cause the tree to fall down. So the leaf of the this plant is conical shape, so to prevent the accumulation of snow on the branch. And then the leaf also needle shape, because to prevent water loss. Okay, the animals at there will have moose, brown bears, bears, and Siberian tigers, and also there are some periodic outbreak of insect can kill the tree. So the insect is not come out anywhere every time like tropical rainforest. If you go to the tropical rainforest, if you go inside, there are many insects, especially mosquito lah. But this kind of forest, not every time got insect. It will have periodic. It will have period one. One period there are many pack of insect will come out. But in one period, no insect at all. So these are the spatial lah. So this is all about the coniferous forest. Okay, the next is temperate deciduous forest. Temperate deciduous forest is very beautiful forest. It is normally at Australia and New Zealand one. You will see the leaf color is normally in orange and yellow color. It's very beautiful. We can say many people like it lah, because it is very beautiful. Normally in wedding, some of the people wedding, they will go to the Australia and New Zealand to take the photo. To take the wedding photo. Why? Because the environment they look like beautiful. So it's very I can say for me, MLI also look like beautiful, but it is, if you want to see this kind of forest, temperate deciduous forest, you either go to South Africa, Australia, or New Zealand. And then the precipitation is about 70 to 200 cm. So the precipitation is quite high compared to other, but it is more lower than the tropical rainforest. And then the temperature in winter can be 0 degrees Celsius, but for the summer it can be up to 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, and then for the plants, so the plants normally is vertical layer, same as tropical rainforest, and then it is closed canopy, sharp layer, and herb layer, and there are also few epiphyte. Okay, and then for the animals normally is mammals and hibernate in winter. So hibernate means that the what hibernate means that the animal will sleep at winter time. If you see the bear and other kind of animal snack, some of the snack that live at this area, they will hibernate. Hibernate means that during winter, they will sleep at long time. And will sleep along the winter along the winter period. The winter period normally is 2 months or 3 months. It will sleep at all. 2 months and 3 months it will sleeping je lah. Macam sleeping lah. Sleeping for 2 months and 3 months. After winter, dia baru bangun. So this is called mamas hibernate. Hibernate means the meaning is like this. Okay, bird migrate in summer. So there are migration. Migration during summer, the bird will migrate. And then the animals make use all the vertical layer of forest. Okay. Okay, the last one is tundra. Tundra is distribution at Arctic. Normally is at the yang gunung lah. Gunung-gunung punya. Yang you see Mount Everest, like that one. If you see the Arctic, the whole world, it will at that one. It will at the normally in China, Nepal, and also even our Malaysia pun also have. It is in the high is at the mountain one. So it is distributed in Arctic. So the precipitation is 20 to 60 cm, and then the temperature is normally is very low. Even in summer also only have negative 10 degrees Celsius. This is a summer. They're considered as summer, but actually it's also very cold. And then the plants normally is vegetation, mostly herbaceous. Herbaceous, moss, grass, and foliage. So herbaceous means that it is non-flowering plant. No flowering plant at all at these kind of places. Normally the plant is non-flowering plant, and then the frozen layer of soil. There are frozen layer of soil. So the soil is frozen. Sangat sejuk lah. Dia soilnya akan ada ice punya. Sudah apa already is frozen already. Is in the ice state lah. Ice state lah. So this will prevent the growth of plant roots. So that is why no flowering plant can grow at all. Because flowering plant normally is woody plant, they have to have a very strong and flexible plant roots. But since the layer of the soil layer is frozen, so the flowering plant cannot grow at all at this kind of places. And then the animals mostly is musk oxen are resident. Musk oxen is one kind of animal. If I'm not mistaken, musk oxen is the, let me check. Musk oxen, I think it's one type of cow, but that cow have many type of feather. You can Google search it. Musk oxen is what you, if you see the picture is more detailed. Musk oxen, you can say it is one type of cow, but the cow is the feather of cow is very thick. It's very thick. It has feather of cow because if the cow in Malaysia no feather at all. It only have skin only. But for the Musk oxen, it has a very thick feather because of this kind of places. They have to tolerate to the cold, adapt to the cold environment. And then they also have caribou and bee that are migratory. This one is the deer, but the deer like you Christmas lah. Christmas, Santan Christmas yang santan uh, santan dia ambil punya lah, itu deer. And then they also have predator like bear, wolf, and fox. Okay, so this is the last biome lah. So for this video is finished. Total 8 types of biomes you have to learn. So I already explained one by one of this biome. So the name of animal, maybe you can Google search it. So you will more explain more, you will know more detail lah. Okay, so for this video is completed. So you may scan this QR code so that I can get the feedback from you guys. Thank you.